guess I'm talking to myself, Twitch stream, if anyone's watching. I'm experimenting. I made a gum Arabic solution ahead of time, and that's what's in this little brown dropper bottle here. But I wanted to add a little bit more to this to like thicken it up, maybe. See, because this is a pretty thin consistency compared to what I thought I was getting. Or what I thought I was supposed to get. I did it correctly. This is my first time doing this though, so just bear with me. This is a learning experience. Can't tell if I'm even like thrilled with this color. Roxy, do it, baby. There's nobody out there. Thank you. She's a good girl. this color feels like a Christmassy color almost. It's got 3 different chameleon shades in it. And I'm trying to see, it goes from like blue to pink to purple to green to gold. It's probably not catching all of that on camera though. I don't quite know how to catch all of that on camera. Better camera equipment than my ancient iPhone here, I'm sure. So the reason I decided to do this is because I started getting into resin art, and so I reinvested, and I say reinvested because these Pearl X pigments, I had a nice collection of them many years ago, and I still had a few interference colors which I'd barely even cracked into, but I just ordered some, and I ordered these chameleon, you know, like duochrome colors as well, and I was like, you know what, I can use these exact same pigments to create my own watercolors if I just get some gum arabic. You know, I looked into it. I was like, how can I make my own watercolors? Because I saw people on Instagram doing it, and I was like, that's amazing. I want to do that. You know, I've worked with pigments before, and why not make my own paints? You know, why buy you know, pre-manufactured paints when I can make them myself for my art, you know? I mean, not that I don't want to support other people who are paint makers or whatever, but I suspect that they got into it themselves to further their own artwork as well. So here I am making my own watercolor paints while my dog barks at somebody getting in or out of a car. Uh-oh. How does alcohol not clean this up? That's good to know. Alcohol does not clean up gum arabic and watercolor and pigments. Well, it does, but you gotta rub a little bit and squeak a little bit. Let me see if I got a better way to clean this up. I didn't want to make a bunch of screechy sounds, if I could help it. Roxy, it's okay. People are allowed to exist outside this house and apartment. She just goes bonkers every time anyone's outside. Which I'm sure those of you with dogs who have a protective nature get it. She says, don't get mad at me, I'm just doing my job. She's the guard dog. Super exciting stuff, guys, I know. Watch me scrape this palette. I'm just preparing for the next color. Hopefully it will look interesting to you guys on camera. This first color is really pretty. I might actually go forth and do a holographic one next, because I don't know about y'all, but I am such a sucker for fine holographic glitter, and when I saw that I could make watercolor paint out of it, I was like, give it to me. And I'm not trying to order it from someone in another country, or who like does like limited edition runs or whatever. Like, I used Professor Google to figure it out so I can make it myself. Once again, no shade to anybody who makes their own paint. I'm doing it for my own use, and I have all the pigments to do it, so I'm pretty excited. Because I love pigments. Like, I really, really love pigments a lot. I think that they're so much fun. And I was playing with them years and years and years ago. And for a long time, I haven't had, like, the space to be able to play with things like this. So being able to do it now is really such a blessing, and I'm so stoked. Let's see how well we do with this. Next color. This one's going to be holographic. And I'm going to even open this right over everything because I have a feeling you guys. Holographic stuff is so freaking pretty. I can't even with it. I don't know if you guys can see that on camera, but oh my goodness, it is so pretty. I love holographic glitter so much. It's really just amazing, the rainbow prisms that you can get from holographic glitters. And this is really like the most environmentally friendly way to utilize these kind of powders, you know, because these are like super fine glitters. You would not like want these in your water supply, or, you know, getting in the ground or anything, but mixing them with a paint medium and using it in fine art. Resin enclosed too. Like, I bought this for my resin projects, like I said, and I realized, oh my god, I can make my own watercolor out of this stuff, and that would be amazing. So here we go, we're doing it. And I know that there's indie paint makers out there who reasonably so get a lot of money for these cool paints that they make. And maybe I will offer some of my creations for sale at some point, but for now I'm really just doing this for myself. The be like one of those things where somebody said, "Hey Michelle, can you make me a set of cool holographic and metallic watercolor paints?" And I'll be like, "Sure, bro." Throw me some dough to cover my materials in time, and I got you, you know. This is gorgeous. It's not very thick though. So I'm wondering if maybe I add some more gum arabic to it, because I think it's got plenty of pigment. Like, that's looking pretty good to me. I don't know if you can see that. I'm trying to show you. I'm seeing it with my eyes and it's freaking awesome, but I don't know how it looks on my cheap ass phone camera. We all have to start somewhere. So thanks for bearing with me, guys, on this journey of doing new things here. Doing new things that I've always wanted to do, which is kind of cool too. I've long wanted to make my own paint and also work with resin. So that's two projects that I'm doing right now that have been on my list of projects I've wanted to do. And now I'm finally here doing them. Yay! And I get to share it with y'all and hopefully inspire you to go do something creative, whatever that might be, whether it's what I'm doing or something else. I'm finding more and more as time goes on that I personally can't deny my creative side, and I have to indulge it more. I find when I don't indulge it, I get sad and confused. I'm definitely meant to be creating. Yo, I just got a wicked craving for pizza. Ugh. I just had pizza a few days ago. I'm really trying to eat healthier too. And some days it's a little easier than others. Sorry, sometimes I hear things and I'm like, what the hell was that? By the way, if you're curious as to what this background music is, it's the Lo-Fi Girl channel on YouTube. It's my understanding that it's legal to play their music when you're streaming, which is great because most of the time I'm listening to lo-fi when I'm doing stuff like this anyway, or just in general, because I find it to be really great background music. It keeps me productive and motivated, and allows me to focus on things much better than if there was music with lyrics playing in the background. When there's music with lyrics playing in the background, I want to like sing along, or dance, or just zone out and listen to it. It's hard for me to do anything that requires focus and concentration when there's music with lyrics playing in the background. Not always, but I'm finding lately, like in the last couple of years, more instrumental music finding its way into my listening repertoire, and that's how I stumbled upon all these lo-fi channels, and it's just nice, relaxing background music, but it's not lame. Alright, so now we've got our, it looks green and blue, but I know that there's like purple and gold in there as well, and then this one is the holographic glitter. So now what? It's weird because I really thought that these chameleon pigments were different than they are. So this is truly an experiment for me right now, because I was expecting them to do a little bit more than just shift between two colors. I think that the reason why they don't is because they're meant to be mixed together. So that's the experiment right now. I'm mixing them together to see if I can come up with really cool chameleon blends. That's really pretty. It's like a electric metallic raspberry, and this is going to be like an electric metallic grape. I bet these are going to look right nice mixed together. Let's find out, shall we? I almost want to add another one. Let's see how this one looks with it. Well, that's really pretty. And I see the color change, the color shift in it. And I dig that. I'm going to give it a little bit more of all three pigments. I'm excited about this one. It's really pretty. watching this on my laptop screen as well, and I can't tell, like, the color that I see in front of my eyes is not what I'm seeing on the screen at all, and I apologize for anybody watching this if this does not look as interesting as maybe I had hoped. I'm just chilling and trying to maybe provide some relaxing stimulus for those of y'all out there who might be trying to wind down a little bit on a Monday evening. This is a very grapey grape kind of color. I'm gonna actually take my phone down and see if I can like tilt it from side to side and see if you can see how the color shifts. Okay, ready? Kinda, sorta. Can kinda, sorta see it. It's very metallic, very like magenta, violet, gold. Cool. Well, I will do that. I wish I had done that for the first two, but it is what it is. I'm going to add a little bit more of the gum arabic powder to it because it's still not quite as thick as I think it needs to be. Thanks for bearing with me, guys. I am working with what I've got here. This is really, really pretty. I'm excited about this color. I'm going to be creating some more mandala artwork and having these sort of color shifting. Oh wow, that's super pretty. It goes from purple to red to golden. It's gorgeous. I'm here for this. So if you couldn't guess, this is super satisfying. And I have to just say, if you've ever thought about making your own watercolor paints, it is an incredibly satisfying process. I'm 3 colors in, and yeah, I'm enjoying this. I'm very relaxed. I'm excited about these color combinations. I'm already thinking up ideas for these colors in my future paintings. I've been playing with some really nice metallic gel pens, but they do not color shift like this chameleon pigment does, so this is going to be really fun to play with. It's really going to add a nice psychedelic element to my artwork, which my artwork is already pretty psychedelic, so it can't get much better than this. Trying to take it to the next level. You feel me? The last couple years have been kind of weird. I know y'all know that. It's been pretty weird for y'all too. And one of the ways that I'm staying sane is by making use of my talents and sharing it with other people so that they feel like they can do it too. Because I know for me, for a long time, feeling like, what's the word that they use for it? Imposter syndrome. Like you're not good enough. Like you're not meant to have your work recognized or seen or whatever. And it's like at the end of the day, it's not even about it being recognized or seen. Like I'm definitely not in this to be famous. I just like to make art because it feels good. It feels like the right thing for me to do. It's like what my hands want to do. It's what my mind wants to do. So in any way I can encourage other people to follow that lead. You know, if you've ever been told, oh, you'll never make a living doing your art, or art doesn't pay the bills and things like that. Well, it does if it doesn't if you don't even try to let it. So don't let the opinions of others get you down when it comes to following your passions. You can literally do anything that you set your mind to. I know that sounds cliche, but it's freaking true, y'all. It's freaking true. Alright, let's keep going with these chameleon colors and see what we can make with them. I'm also really excited about this watercolor pan. This is a wise investment. I was looking online like, okay, what do I need to make my own watercolors? Oh, I need half pans. But I didn't want to mess with all these little plastic, individual ones, because I'm not really making these for other people. If I start making them for other people, then sure, I'll invest in those. But for me, just having my own palette that I can fill up with my own colors, my own palette, seemed like the right way to begin. So I found this and I was like, oh yeah, that's the one, because it's got an airtight lid. It's got a little thing on the bottom for your thumb so you can hold it while you're painting, and I'm about it, y'all. I'm about it. This is a really, really pretty one. This is like, it looks pink, but it's also got like a bluish green. It's almost like a neon tetra. It reminds me of the color of a neon tetra. A little fishy. Ooh, this is almost like a rose gold. It says red, blue, green, but it's like a rose gold. Some of these are a little bit confusing. So it's like a rose gold, like a sapphire, and like a red with bluish green, like a neon tetra fish. show it to y'all while I'm mixing it, if I can. Definitely gonna need to add more pigment. It's looking kind of like a purple, blue, pink. Oh, it's weird. It's a little bit muddled, I feel, but it's pretty. These color shifting, like chameleon pigments, I feel are like really good for doing watercolor studies of insects, which, you know, I may well do. I feel like, you know, these are very closely, oh, I don't think I meant to put that one in there, but that's okay. Yeah, these pigments very closely resemble like certain types of beetles and other insects that have a very metallic, like bright metallic sheen to them in their armor. So I feel like these pigments would be great. Insect study is not something that I have done before, but it's not out of the realm of my interest. And I've been really inspired by Bobby Duke Arts lately, and he made a beetle out of a bunch of different kinds of wood, and I thought that was super cool. I love woodworking as well, and I've got a little bit of experience in it too. However, I do not have any woodworking tools. I don't have a wood shop that I could work in. I don't have safety gear. I don't have any of it. But I do watch guys like Bobby Duke and Evan and Caitlin, learn from them, so that if and when I do find myself in a position to be able to do some woodworking, I've got some experience up here in ye old noggin. I feel like I've had a nail polish that was this color. It's again like a pink and purple, blue. It's pretty. It reminds me of Christmas and like some nail polish color that I used to have. Which makes sense because these pigments are totally used for nail polish as well. Not out of the norm. I'm pretty sure these are all mica pigments, these chameleon powders. They've got a very similar texture to the Pearl X, which is definitely mica. I love powdered pigments, you guys. Like, seriously, they are one of the coolest art supplies I've ever worked with, and I'm so glad that I have some again, and I'm having so much fun playing with them. I used to do a lot of resin experiments back in like, oh my god, like 2000, 2001 was when I was starting to experiment with this kind of stuff. And like the coolest discovery was that the interference colors, these interference pigments, they look white, but when you put them on a black background, which the cap is black, so I should be able to show you. Oh, it's got a white cap on the inside. It ends up looking very violet. So yeah, pretty cool. Interference colors look even cooler on dark backgrounds, is the point I was trying to make. And I was delighted watching Evan and Caitlin make that discovery in one of their videos. I was like, yeah, the interference colors are so cool. I remember what that felt like, making that discovery when I was playing with resin and pigments back in the day. And we did not even have YouTube back then. Like, if we did, it was not well known for its awesome tutorials and shit. Yeah, 2000, 2001. Gosh, that's 20 years ago. Feels like yesterday, not a whole frickin' lifetime. I swear. I wonder how my old boyfriend from that time is doing. Ooh, he was my mortal enemy for a while after we broke up. I haven't talked to him in close to 20 years, probably. I don't wish any bad on him. Hope he's doing okay. He's probably doing just great. Hopefully he's matured. Hopefully they've all matured. I know I have, so I hope that for them too, because maturity ain't so bad. We don't hate it. Alright, what next? What next? Colors we've got so far are awfully pretty. I think I want to start working through some of these Pearlex colors. So we'll do a nice rainbow of them, and we'll put them along the top. I feel like I'm gonna have to add more gum arabic to this solution, but I took my time making it, and it's still not as thick as I think it's meant to be. It'll work, but I have got the powder on standby to help thicken it up. Alright, this one, it says magenta. Let's see how it looks. Oh, we've got plenty of it, so. It's my understanding that you can't use too much pigment, but also that a little goes a long way. So, but the more of it that you use, the more opaque it is, I think. And with metallic paints, you kind of want them to be a little bit on the opaque side. You know, you don't want them to be super transparent. Okay, so yeah, it's definitely a magenta. It's got like a glowy neon violet kind of feeling going on with it. So it's not meant to be a duochrome, but I kind of see, like I said, it's like a glowy neon almost. Pretty. I'm making such small batches, you know, like I have like a little muller here, but I'm making such small amounts that it just makes sense to keep it to the palette knife. The palette knife is sufficient. I'm not making a big, huge batch of paint here. I'm making just enough of these colors to, you know, last me 2 or 3 paintings maybe, and these paints are going to be used for fine detail more than anything. Like, these aren't like your standard pigments, they're all metallic, so they're going to be used in highlights more than anything else, I think. I'm not going to be doing a wash of these as an example. Not that I hardly ever do a wash anyway. I don't do landscape painting with watercolors, really. I might someday, but I'm sticking with the visionary art for right now. I love doing mandalas. I like turning my art into a meditation and just working with color, and this is actually looking a little bit transparent to me, but I think we'll keep it. It's really pretty. I almost want to add like that to it, but or this one. Wait, which one? Let's just see how those blend with it, just out of curiosity. I don't want it to change it too much. And it doesn't. It just adds a nice little hint of color shiftingness to it. So that's cool. We can deal with that. Okay. Oh, I see somebody is chatting with me. Hi, how's it going? Sorry, I didn't see your chat until just now. I've been kind of focused on what I'm doing. I am making my own watercolor paints for the first time. So if you missed that part of the explanation, that's what's going on here. I'm using different metallic pigments, mixing it with gum arabic, and then putting it in this palette box, and I will use these in my artwork. I'm currently working on a watercolor mandala, and it is approaching done, but I'm going to do some nice detail work with some of these metallic pigments after doing a swatch test with them, of course. Sorry, please forgive me if I don't say your username. I don't want to pronounce it incorrectly. I see that it starts with the word shadow. Shadow Zoix. See, I don't know if I said that right. Please forgive me. Thanks for tuning in. I'm just kind of sharing my art process because I can, because why not? I guess I'm gonna move on to the orange next, which it's actually called Scarlet. So I think it's actually kind of a more of a red orange than a traditional orange, but it looks orange from where I'm sitting. But I guess Scarlet in the ranges of reds is a more orangey red. Let's talk about colors. Let's nerd out about color theory, shall we? I knew you wanted to do that tonight with me. Okay. Next color, Scarlet. So this looks like a metallic copper to me almost. Or not copper, coral. It's like a coral color. It's really pretty, kind of beachy. Coral. I wouldn't label it scarlet necessarily, but whatever. It's pretty, and I want to add, I think I want to add this red, orange, yellow chameleon pigment to it and see what kind of specialness that brings out in it, because I think that'll be really pretty. Yeah, this one, even though it says red, blue, green, it looks like a rose gold almost. I want to add that in there and see how that looks. That's what I meant to grab initially, but I'm confused by the purplish red, blue, green on the label because I don't really see purple, but I guess I do. Like, if you look at it at certain angles, it's a very, like, almost like a pastel purple. Again, this looks like a nail polish shade, which I'm pretty sure these pigments are used in nail polish. Pretty sure. Alright. Our rainbow is taking shape, you guys.
I am going to acquire sweet tea from the fridge.
Sounds great.
I have fucking did it. I am also going to acquire Goker. Objects that I've shoved up my ass.
Oh my god, Aiden, I'm live streaming on Twitch right now. Could you please save your 12-year-old boy humor? Oh my god.
I'm sorry, I did not know you were using Twitch.
I mean, it's okay, bro. You know, they're just words, right? Oh, yeah. And for the record, he's not quite 12 yet, but he's gonna be very soon. So yes, he's got very poo-poo, pee-pee, F-bomb sense of humor. Deal with it. I love my kid. He's the best. I extended the invitation for him to come learn how to make watercolors with me, but his attention span is such that he could never sit here and just watch me do this. This would not be entertaining enough for him. This is not action-packed enough. So, I don't know if you can see it on this tissue, but it's like pink, gold, coral, peachy kind of prettiness. It's a really pretty color, so yay for pretty colors. I'm gonna have to invest in some Goo Gone because this little like Farberware glass cutting board that I got for mixing paint on, which, no, maybe I didn't. I thought I ordered a palette, like an acrylic palette too, but I think I just looked at it and went with this instead. Yeah, a paint mulling set is like $140, and I was like, you know what? I've already invested a lot in the pigments as it is, so I'm just going to be kind of cheap about it and buy palette knives and a Pyrex cutting board that's smooth on one side and use something that I already have as a muller, which I'm learning I don't even need to use. So, yeah. I'm thrifty and crafty, and I'm here to have a deal. You know, I've never really been in a position to pay full price for certain things, and if I can make it myself, I will. I'm a lifelong artist and a DIY enthusiast, and I've just recently, in the last year, come into the ability and the space requirements needed to work on my creations a bit more. That's interference blue, and I want this Citrine Yellow, which looks like that. It's a very, very light yellow, it looks like, but bright. A bright, sunshiny, beautiful yellow, and let's not get a bunch of cat hair in it if we can help it. Way to go, Shell, getting cat hair and things. Yes, I'm whispering to myself. I'm whispering self-deprecating nothings into my own ear. I'm just kidding, by the way. I'm really not self-deprecating. And I don't encourage that kind of behavior in anyone. So the other thing that I do besides art is I read tarot, and I make a living at it, and I am very consistently doing love-related readings for people, where I am advising them to not be down on themselves, to appreciate and love themselves more, to establish a greater sense of self-worth. And part of doing that is not self-deprecating, you know, not calling yourself stupid, not saying, I'm dumb, I'm a moron. Like, I'm trying to teach my own son this, too. 'Cause, I've been there. Like, I've done that. I know exactly the mentality behind it. I also know that it's not harmless to do that to yourself and to others. 'Cause it puts other people in a position, too, to, like, correct you. And it like fuels this sort of like validation train that's just unhealthy. It's just unhealthy. Ooh, that was not what I was expecting, but we'll go with it anyway. Yeah, self-deprecation. It's not cute anymore. Not that it ever really was, but, you know, it's just important that, you know, the way we speak to ourselves and the way we speak to our children, the way we speak to each other, I think, let's level up on that. I'm down for leveling up on that. I can't stand hearing people be cruel to each other, even if they don't mean it. Or like cruel to themselves, you know. It's tough to listen to, and it's tough to feel that way about yourself too. But the good news is that you don't have to feel that way. There is a choice that you can make behind it to reprogram the way you speak and think about yourself, about others, you know. And it's important to do these things. You can't just go through life blindly acting whatever kind of way, unconsciously from the programming that you were brought up with, you know. Especially if it's hurtful. If you had good programming and raised right, in a kind, open-hearted environment, which sadly most of us haven't, but we're learning to now. And that's the important thing, to learn. Show up to class willing and ready, that change, yo. Wow, these are really, really pretty. I'm very excited. Don't mind my rambling and babbling and like potential universe channeling that could be going on. Sometimes when I start spouting off this kind of like helpful humanity stuff, it's like it's not even coming from me. It's not my, I mean, it is my opinion, but it's also just like stuff that I've learned, but it comes through as like a message from somewhere beyond me. Like it wasn't my idea. But it's a message that came through, and I've heeded it and can back it up and maybe not back it up, but like recommend it, I guess is the word I'm looking for. To give you the recommendation to stop self-deprecating if you do, because you're not helping yourself or anyone else by doing it. Break the cycle. And that doesn't mean go around being like, I'm the best, I'm so fucking awesome. But, you know, like, it doesn't hurt to kind of think that way as long as you're not undercutting anybody else to do so. Like, it's okay to think you're the shit. In fact, it's preferable to thinking that you are shit. So, but there's a way that you can do it that's not, like, self-absorbed and negative. It's more empowering and in the vein of helping others see how awesome they have the potential to be. Alright, y'all, so I've got 3 different greens here, and one of them is the interference green, which I'm not going to get to yet. I'm going to stick with these standard colors first, but I'm really excited about this apple green. It's so pretty. I think you can probably see it all right. I'm waiting for it to catch up to the stream so I can see it on my computer screen. Yeah, it's pretty. I have a little bit of a delay. Like, I'm looking at the screen now and I'm still holding up the bottle of Perlex for y'all, but I've since put it down. Now, all of these, like, I could have done them straight, but I am adding a little bit of color change to each of these as well. I don't know if I'm going to do it with this green. I'm going to see how it looks and see how I like it. But I like adding that little extra dimension to it. Because why not? You know, these are like... These are custom mixed colors that I'm creating here, which is pretty cool, you know? I mean, somebody out there might be making the exact same colors as me, but maybe not. So that means these pigments are potentially one of a kind. So when you look at my artwork, not only did I create the painting itself, but I created some of the paint that I used to paint it. What the heck? What kind of day and age are we living in? Artists making their own paint? Who'd have thunk it? Okay, so this is really pretty. This is like a candy apple green. I can dig it. I feel like it wouldn't hurt to add something to it, but I don't know which one of these is most dominantly green. This one looks like it could be. Yeah, Yeah, this one has the green in the sparkle. It's got a little bit of red to it, but it's got green too. So let's just put a little dash of it in there and see what happens. Give it a little bit of extra glitterificness. All right. Pretty, pretty, pretty. All right, first 4 colors of the rainbow complete. Now we're gonna go for this, what is it, emerald green next. That'll be nice. We like an emerald green. Coincidentally, green is my favorite color. Typically, I do love all colors. I know that's like a super cliche thing to say, but as an artist, I do have an appreciation for every color on some level or another. And on an even deeper level than that, I like the way colors complement each other. I like certain color combinations. I have a pretty good eye for what colors look nice together. And I am particularly fond of how the Roy G. Biv color spectrum looks all together. Like, I love a fucking rainbow, you guys. Just, I'm gonna say it. I fucking love a rainbow. The spectrum is my jam. When I see a rainbow, I get abnormally excited. Like, I'm that girl, okay? Like, I really am. And I've had people kind of not give me shit about it, but just be like, what's the deal with you and the rainbows? I just love a rainbow. As an artist and as a color aficionado and somebody who really like deeply loves color, like I do, y'all, like the depths of my love for color know no bounds, okay? That's why I think it's kind of funny that I'm doing this now. Like, I should have been making my own pigments all frick along. For real. But whatever, better late than never. Yeah, this emerald green is super pretty. We're gonna try and get a bunch of it in there before it glides all the way down. You can tell my desk is not level because this shit is coming towards me. But it's moving slow, so that's good. Thicken it up a little bit. Okay. I don't know if y'all are having fun watching me, but I'm having fun doing it. Oh yeah, this is gorgeous. Gorgeous emerald green. Yes. This would look nice with some gold in it, I think. And I don't, this one says champagne gold and green. I don't know. Grass green and crimson. I think I'm going to add just a little. Is this what I want? It's kind of gold. Yeah. Yeah. That might look really cool. This has got a real St. Patrick's Day vibe to it. Or like money spell vibes. Golden green, yes. I don't know how well, if you guys can see that, it's very subtle, even to my eye. So I don't know if you can see that, but whoops. Alright. Gonna start shoveling it in here. I have to say I'm a little bit disappointed in some of these chameleon pigments. Like maybe I have to mix them more. I feel like I've seen chameleon pigments online that do like way more special shit than what I've got here. They've got like 3 and 4 color change. And I don't know if it's that they're mixing these. Like, that's what I'm trying to figure out. These ones that I'm making right now, like if you're just now tuning in, the ones that I'm making are just one solid metallic color with like a dash of chameleon chameleon pigment thrown in to kind of give it a little bit of an accent. But when I started the video, I did these 4 up here, and this one is a holographic glitter, but these 3 are mixes of these chameleon shades, and I don't really know what they're gonna look like yet. They looked pretty on the palette. I couldn't totally tell how many colors they were shifting between, but they did not like wow my pants off like some of the shit I see on Instagram. So I don't know, we'll see. I'm gonna keep experimenting. I'm gonna keep making colors here, and then perhaps tomorrow, because I'm actually like legit starting to get kind of tired, so after I finish mixing up some of these pigments into paints, I'm gonna let them dry overnight, and then tomorrow I'll start incorporating these into the painting that I'm working on and see how they look. And I'll probably go live to do that too, because why not? Roxy? Hush, it's just the neighbor. It's okay. It's okay. You don't have to bark about it, baby. Thanks, Roxy. You're doing a great job protecting me. This is a little bit of a sticky process, you guys. The gum Arabic is a little bit sticky, but that's okay. We want that. Teenagers, man. Too funny. Alright, so now we're on to blue. This is like an insanely crazy bright sapphire blue. I can't wait to see what this looks like. Roxy, cool it. It's alright. It's just the neighbors. The way she barks sometimes, I think the whole fucking world is falling apart. Or she just wants to make sure they know she's here, I guess. Okay, Rox, it's cool. You did great. Wow, that is gorgeous. Oh, look at that beautiful shade of blue. It's like the ocean. Like a beautiful metallic ocean. I am here for it. Alright, which one of these is blue? I think it's this one. Give it a little bit of that. Hell yeah, that is the most beautiful shade of blue. Oh my god, I love it. I love it, love it, love it. Well, you know, it didn't occur to me to like share this stream with my Facebook or anything. I guess maybe I probably should have thought to do that. Oh well. It is what it is. I'm doing this more for me than anything else, and if anybody wants to tune in and enjoy it, bonus. I don't even know if anybody on my Facebook friends list would care. Some of them might. I know a lot of creative people and artists, so who knows, but I'm certainly not opposed to making new friends and meeting new people too, so whatever. It's all good. Alright, next up is purple. And I'm actually just gonna even like leave this blue here because I don't think it's gonna have that much of an effect. This is called Shimmer Violet. I'm gonna show it to you in a second. But it is interesting. And I'm interested to see what it looks like when I mix it with this solution, because it's very dark looking and like a very deep purple. Deep purple. So yeah, it's called Shimmer Violet. And I don't know if you can see it, but like I said, it's like really, really dark. It's like a deep, almost like wine kind of color. It's really pretty. We'll see how it looks mixed up and determine whether or not we're gonna go with a I'm gonna add just like a drop of interference violet to it to give it like a even more of a violet like highlight. And then this one is definitely the purple, so let's add some of that in there. Two very distinctly different shades of violet going on here, if you can see that. Alright, here we go. Okay, yeah, this is pretty. This is a very like regal purple, a royal violet, a very rich gem tone. I'm here for this. I want to paint everything this color. I want to like name this one after a Prince song or something. It's so purple. Alright, so after this one, I'm going to call it a night on this. I've been streaming for an hour and 37 minutes. It's taken me an hour and 37 minutes to do 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 colors here. And tomorrow, when they've had sufficient time to dry, I will make swatches and start testing them out and see how they look. That there's a more effective way to clean this up, because honestly, I mean, yes, the alcohol is working, but I feel like it could be better. take a look. I got a metallic rainbow here with an extra green. And these are all chameleon colors, and like I said, that one there is a prismatic holographic glitter. So I'm gonna let these dry overnight and do a test swatch of them tomorrow. And I might come on and do that live, or I might make a video of it and put it on YouTube or something. Haven't decided yet. I'm figuring it all out as I go along. Not just the art and the making of stuff, but also how to do content creation, because it's a new avenue for me, kind of, sorta. So it's been a dabble thing for me, not even close to approaching full-time kind of thing. So I'm learning. Bear with me. Thanks for tuning in. If you're watching this after I've finished, thanks for showing up. I appreciate you guys. And I'll be back. Take care. I don't know how to end it. Here we go.